You are tuned in to WRFG Atlanta, 89.3 FM, your progressive information station for all of Metro Atlanta via 100,000 tingly watts. From Good Morning Blues to an eclectic mix of great organic programming 24/7, here at Radio Free Georgia, the right station on the left side of the dial, 89.3 FM. Stay tuned.
Atlanta.
Good morning blues will brighten up your day as you put on your shoes. Yeah, yeah. You know it's got to be the way to wake up each and every day on WRFG in Atlanta. Good morning blues.
Good morning, Blues.
Well, it's May the 13th, halfway through the month, again, zoomed by. I'm going to be gone for a month. I am burnt out from prepping and thinking and diving through millions of songs and sewing them together. So I'm taking some time off. I have some wonderful people like Steve K and Marion sitting in to cover my rear ends and give me a break. I am going to England for 2 weeks and then spinning from there back across to the West Coast and hiding in the woods for 2 weeks. Meantime, what is going on? A lot is going on, and it just escalated yesterday. The wars around the world just seem to jump up more and more out of nowhere. Everyone's extra trigger happy because of COVID, but we're almost out of that now if everyone would just keep up. But you know, the Middle East is such a mess, and Yemen is a disaster, such a terrible situation for children. And then Jerusalem blew up yesterday. Just crazy, crazy killing and hating. Russia, they've had a gun massacre of a kid's school. So if you're okay and you've got a roof and you've got water and something to eat, please look at those three things and say, my gosh, I am so lucky. But, you know, it's just timing. Marvin Gaye's What's Going On is 50 years old. And I just think America still doesn't get it. And you've heard that song, and you've heard him. And if you've watched the documentary from CNN, that's excellent too. I'm going to try and get in your brain in a slightly different direction from a local guy. A local guy you might overlook because he's not Hollywood. He's big. He's round. He's hairy. He's got a big beard. He's got tattoos all over his face. But man, what a glorious voice. And I really wish people were measured upon what their ability is, what they were given to do or what they learned, or, you know. It's like I mentioned last week, 2008, February, I'm begging people to come and see this girl singer from England. Didn't get embraced. Why? Because she was big, she was overweight, she wasn't Hollywood skinny, she wasn't glam. But Adele proved you all wrong, didn't she? Yeah, $15 a ticket. I couldn't get people to go. So, this is your wake-up call. Here's a voice you're not going to forget. Sure, go look at his face once you've heard him, if that bothers you, if that matters to you. His situation, I guess, I'll give you his name. His name is Teddy Swims, but he himself is multitudes of things, and it's right there in his name. Because actually his name is an acronym for someone who isn't me sometimes. I guess a shorthand for everything he stands for, with a voice that's so cozy and rich in many different genres that he loves. He's been playing in rock bands, metal bands, punk bands for a few years, till about 2018. His real name is Jayton Dimsdale. southern white boy from Georgia, preacher's grandson. Anyway, by about 2019, he was out of a job and a home. So he's crashing with his dad and kind of hoping for some kind of lifeline. What's he going to do? How's he going to make something? Well, he unwittingly made something for himself when, on a whim, he decided to share a video of him singing Michael Jackson's Rock With You, put it on YouTube because it was the 10-year anniversary. Why not? Wow. Did things blow up since then? Yes, he's got his own music now, very recently, but I'm going to knit together 4 covers for you because you're more comfortable with what you know. And you can sing along, but more importantly, you won't be distracted as much because you'll be thinking, hopefully, wow, what a glorious voice.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know that we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh, Father, 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 we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, yeah, for only love can conquer hate. You know that we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Picket signs and picket lines, don't punish me with brutality, or talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, yeah, what's going on. Mother, mother, everybody thinks we're wrong, but who are they to judge us simply cause our hair is long? You know that we've got to find a way to bring some understanding here today. Picket signs and picket lines, don't punish me with brutality, or talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Tell me what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I will offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one there to dry your tears, I will hold you for a million to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. There is nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. I don't wanna bore you with it. Oh girl, I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't wanna bore you with it. Oh girl, I love you, I love you, I love you more and more. We lay beneath the stars under a lover's tree that seems through the eyes of my mind. I'll reach out for the part of me that lives in you that only two hearts can find. I don't wanna bore you with my trouble, but there's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. There's something about your love. Close your eyes, let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it, there ain't nothing that you can do. Relax your mind, lay back and groove with mine. You gotta feel that heat, and we go by the boogie, share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you all night, dance you in today. I wanna rock with you all night. We're gonna rock the night away. Out on the floor.
That was local boy Teddy Swims. Tons of hair, tattoos, and an enormous set of vocal cords. We're celebrating birthdays, as I pretty much always try and do when I squeeze them in. We celebrated Eric Burdon's 80th birthday big time last week, although his birthday was on the 11th. I got ahead of the game. 2 days ago, Tuesday, another elder statesman of that era was 75, but in a completely different set of musical tendencies. I would say folky, bluesy, psychedelic, hippie, but incredibly original. And I say hairy because he's got very long but white hair now. In fact, he looks kind of scary, but that's because he wears sorcerer's clothes and calls himself a shaman. I don't know. But anyway, this is an odd track, not one of the hits, and I've got a lot of unique special versions, but let's throw this in there to remind you of somebody you may not have thought about for a long time.
Came with the blue jeans on, wanting to star in a song.
ins and outs of it. You're coming on strong, so strong. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make love to you. She lifted my spirits high. I noticed the dream in her eye. Softly I entered her garden, parting her veil with a sigh. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give my love to you. I tidied up my last affair. I lost so much I don't care. Felt like a fool in a foolery, but I'm well on the way to repair. I know you ain't no hanger-on, baby, you can star in a song. I took a look inside her head. I saw a Victorian bed. I took her to the fair green country. I'm so weary of the life I've led. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Gonna live in love so true.
On Tuesday, May 25th at 8 p.m., WRFG's Peach State Festival's What the Folk presents a multimedia program on civil wrongs and civil rights featuring the paintings of former civil rights trial consultant and psychologist Andrew Sheldon, now a canvas artist. Andy will be a guest on What the Folk and talk about his experiences helping to prosecute those who murdered Medgar Evers, the 4 little girls at the Birmingham church, Goodman, Schwerner, and Cheney, and others. He will be offering prints of specific paintings seen on andrewsheldonart.com when you fund WRFG. That's ANDREWSHELDONART.com. Andy will be in our WRFG studios to take your calls, register your donations, and answer questions personally about the paintings and his experiences helping to prosecute evil and hate. I'm your host, Mark Gilson, and I will be selecting music that complements the era and reflect the mood of the civil rights movement. That's Tuesday, May 25th from 8 to 10 p.m. on What the Folk, right here and only here on your listener-supported and sponsored community radio, 89.3 FM and WRFG.org, your station for the progressive information and quality hand-picked music that you love.
Yes, of course, it's Donovan. And hits like Mellow Yellow, Catch the Winds, Colours were the ones around the 60s, but he's continued to make music. He's got something out which I think has been dug out from a long time ago, and it's due out to celebrate the fact that he's been married 50 years and been with his wife Linda for 55 years. Poor lady deserves a medal. Anyway, he's still incredibly unique and intimidating too. I interviewed him. He was writing his book on the island of Kos, which belongs to Greece. Must have been 6-7 years ago now. I'll have to bring it out and we'll redo that. But highly intelligent, very intimidating with his ability with the language. So I was very humbled. Speaking of humbled and intimidated, it is my absolute joy to bring you some advance audio for your oral pleasure. That would be A-U or A-L before you weirdos get on the email. Of one of my favorite bands that have continued a long tradition. Slim Chance was a Ronnie Lane creation from many, many moons ago, early 80s. But I guess about 12, 13 years ago, the band was revived by 3 original members and started making albums and touring to everybody's delight. So you had the wonderful Steve Simpson, guitar, fiddle, vocal, Steve Bingham, Charlie Hart, more strings, and they are regularly tied together as a tight bunch of friends with Brendan O'Neill, who I think was with Rory Gallagher, Billy Nichols, and the exceptional Grant Watkins on anything with 88s. Well, together, it's magic. And this is not like you hear tribute acts and stuff like that. This is an original continuation of a loving traditional sound of music that you won't hear anywhere else. It's joyful. It's unique. They're very entertaining. I think the big key to me is that every member, whether they were an original or not, are huge professionals who would be absolutely welcomed into any high caliber act, because that's what they are. And the beauty of when you get a band like that together, wow. New music is always a great thing from a band that you love. And when you've got people that I call proper musicians, like these are, they make the most difficult things sound so easy. So I'm very excited to bring you a selection from the Phoenix tapes, which will be out on, I think, the 21st of May. I will try and set up information on downloadables and things like that. Anyway, this is a collection of stuff they've done at various times in the last 10 years. I think Pete Townsend jumps in on something, but it's basically them. A few others, ex-Slim Chances, drop in and out. Alan Davis and Des Horsfall. Colin Davey, John Lingwood, Jim Russell. And lots of people contributed, but it's the sound. It's the same sound. It's Slim Chance. It's them. It's real. And I'm excited to bring you a medley of 3 tracks from the album, segue together, so that you get an idea of what I'm talking about. It really does reflect the huge musical roots, which could range from Bob Dylan to Leadbelly to Cat Stevens to the Stones, but it's still their own unique DNA.
Son, take a mind to draw breath. It's just the tip of the iceberg. They're trying to feather the nest. Better put it in writing, son. It might guess heaven's on hold. You'll be waiting till the stars turn cold. Mirror cracks and spits back old. The ferryman long gone, no way of getting home. And oh, too soon you want to fly your chariot to the sun. A pocket full of big ideas, the thrill of being young. Remember, you may live or die by what you first become. And oh, too soon you wonder why. All too soon it's done. All too soon it's done. No use talking to heaven, son, trying to beg understanding. They've got us pegged as destroyers. We're already roped and branded. Lost any angle of innocence, all ruination exposed. No marching bands, no big parades, no healing songs on Judgment Day. A restless soul wandering in limbo. And oh, too too soon you want to fly your chariot to the sun. A pocket full of big ideas, the thrill of being young. Remember, you may live or die by what you first become. And all too soon you wonder why. All too soon it's done. All too soon it's done. You better beware what you wish for, 'cause they're coming back with fire. All you masters of greed and pain, you'd steal the eyes from the sons. The legacy left in your hand, that legacy no longer stands. No stepping stones to ease the road to your kingdom come. And all too soon you wanna fly your chariot to the sun. A pocket full of big ideas, the thrill of being young. Remember, you may live or die by what you first become. All too soon you wonder why. All too soon you're wrong. I feel with rubble and different friends are everywhere. You almost think that you see it double on a cold dark night on the Spanish still. I gotta hurry on back to my hotel room, where I got me a date with a pretty little girl from Greece. She promised she'd be there with me when I paint my masterpiece. The hours we spend inside the Coliseum, chasing lions, wasting time. Will those mighty kings of the jungle like hardly stand to see 'em? Well, it sure has been a long, hard ride. Train wheels running through the back of my memory. Top following a pack of wild geese. You know, someday everything's gonna sound like a rhapsody when I paint my masterpiece. In a dirty gondola, oh, to be back in the land of Coca-Cola. Well, I left Rome and I landed in Brussels on a plane ride so bumpy that I almost cried. You man in uniform, a young girl pulling muscles. They were all some by the road and cut class, you don't make it. You've already got the gold, you got the gold, got the gold. I'm gonna miss you while I'm leaving. I'm gonna love you while you're cheating. Oh woman, what a creature you be. The only one living that means that to me, that to me, that to me.
Dana Gillespie from London, England, to tell you about the second best way to wake up. Just tune in to UK Bob and his Good Morning Blues show and feel good for 4 hours on WRFG Atlanta.
The wonderful Slim Chance there, 40 years strong, and that's an upcoming album. The Phoenix Tape's out on the 21st. Highly recommended to have a little snoop and see all the specs beyond what I've told you and what you've heard. Please drop into slim-chance.co.uk and you will see and hear all you need to know. But I can guarantee you a jolly time from a swell bunch of boys. And it's that kind of material that I relate to several English acts that's never really been mimicked, duplicated by anybody else. Truly unique, and they have the ingrained DNA to be able to do it. So that just adds to it to me. And in particular, if you were paying attention with the first song, in fact, I probably should tell you what they are, All Too Soon. I love, that's not one of theirs. There are 4 Ronnie Lane songs from the original band. The others were added. That's actually, if you remember the band called Family, I guess that was late 70s. Chapo, Roger Chapman, was the wild singer from that act. And I think he wrote that in the mid-2000s, 2007, somewhere around there, I guess. All Too Soon, but this is presented in a much calmer pace. And Steve Simpson's vocal, Skinny Steve, and his skinny vocals, it just really adds to it to me and greatly improves the song, for me to hear anyway. But what's interesting is that even then on the original band, Steve was the mandolin, fiddle and acoustic and electric guitar player, along with Mickey Moody, who we played last week, all part of that crew. And the one thing I had forgotten about is dear Roger Cotton, who's no longer with us, who was involved in that collaboration, along with a bunch of other people. Bobby Tench on vocals from lots of different things. Anyway, you really need to have a good listen and appreciate the lyrics to a lot of this stuff and the feeling that it brings with it. So, highly recommended. Well done, chaps.
Good morning, everybody. This is Roger Cotton from the Peter Green Splinter Group. Here we are in the Kent Delta recording the new Barcodes Blues album with some wonderful players on it, and hope you're going to enjoy it when old Bob gets his hands on it. He said Bob is tall, good looking and incredibly available. So there you are. Okay, so listen in. Good morning, Blues. UK Bob, WRFG 89.3 FM. Take it easy. Or as B.B. King once said to me, who are you?
I couldn't help but put that in there. Dear Roger's been gone about 5 years now. It's bittersweet when I play station IDs from people that are no longer with us, but a terrific bloke, very talented too. In keeping with superb songwriting, I have no choice but to play you a couple of tracks from a revivalist and his new material.
There's a place I like to go where my spirit needs to roam, and I feel safe from every stone that's thrown. I know you ain't in my shoes. There's a way to beat the blues. Trust me, if I found it, you can too. It don't matter where you start, 'cause where you go, that's where you are. Want it till you wind up lost, and let your compass be your heart. When home don't feel like home, or you're out there on your own, just remember there's a place where you can't go. Don't matter where you start, 'cause where you go, that's where you are. So wander till you wind up lost, and let your compass be your heart. If there's one thing I know, it's all out of our control. Just remember there's a place where you can't go. Ooh, just remember there's a place where you can't go. It's always just been you and me, easy as a breeze can be, underneath this lemon tree. Spent a long time running, long time coming. Good Lord, I'm a fool for you. Ain't that something? I got all your loving, crazy what two hearts can do. Yeah, I'll be your man, your rock, your solid ground. Your hand when the world comes crashing down. Together we'll be wild and free. Whatever is our destiny, I'll be your man. You can put your money on me. You can put it on me. Yeah, mama, hey baby, this is all I'll ever need. Smooth like sailing's supposed to be, sweet like summer tangerines. Been a long time running, long time coming. Good Lord, I was down and out, but ain't that something? I got all your loving, crazy how it all works out. I'll be your man, your rock, your solid ground. I'll hold your hand when the world comes crashing down.
unmistakable voice and the charm of the great David Shaw, lead singer from the Revivalists, from a brand new self-titled solo LP out this week. Highly recommended. Those are a couple of tracks that fit in well with Slim Chance, and there are more raucous songs on the album. Don't worry, he hasn't gone totally mellow, but I particularly like that song, I'll Be Your Man. But then I'm a sucker. That's the kind of song that I'll leave for my wife while I travel and send her messages, and says what I want to say. Way better than I could. Let's stay with great songwriting. There's a duet coming up, which came out of nowhere just the other day. And I think you're going to recognize the sound of these two chaps.
Greetings, WRFG friends and family. We have successfully completed our Spring Fund Drive, and we would like to thank all of you who have contributed. We're grateful for all of you who, even through these unprecedented times, have taken the time to show your financial appreciation for our valiant efforts to continue our 24/7, 365 unique, diverse, eclectic, and progressive programming. It's encouraging to know that as we do our best to be there for you, you'll do your best to be here for us. Those who have not yet taken the opportunity to contribute or to fulfill your pledge can still do so by going to our website, wrfg.org, or uploading our WRFG app, or using Cash App at $WRFG893, and the good old-fashioned way by snail mailing your check or your money orders to WRFG Radio, 1083 Austin Avenue Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30307. Thanks again for your ongoing support, and please continue to be safe, edutained, and informed by keeping WRFG on whenever, wherever, and however you choose to listen to us. In Atlanta, we're 89.3 FM, and on the World Wide Web, WRFG.org, your listener-sponsored and supported community radio station for progressive information and hand-picked quality music.
I'm sending you some money. I wish it could be more, but it's harder than I thought to find the work I came here for. This place is just as pretty as I pictured it to be, but a man in need of work's an all too common sight to see. Each morning as the trucks roll in, the lucky few climb on. The rest of us are left to wonder where the dream has gone. Where the dream has gone. They say the Sierras melt with the rain and race through the valley like blood through the vein, turning the lowlands from golden to green, to harvest forever our dreams of the San Joaquin.
Every day I struggle with the distance and the fear that I might not return or find a way to bring you here. My emptiness grows deeper, my spirit starts to fall as night comes like a blanket that brings no sleep at all.
Only hope that time will find a way to work things out, that we may be together in this life we dreamed about. This life we dreamed about.
They say the Sierra melt with the rain.
Making love until the sunset turns into morning light. Coffee into tears in bed for breakfast. Sometimes hellos hurt more than goodbye. You're making me cry. Just a shade of gray in a world of black and white. Scared to go home, but I can't turn back. Sometimes you have to let go just to keep it alive. Del Rio, you're making me cry. Well, it's better to be a loser than never play the game. 'Cause sometimes all the winner gets is pain. Maybe it's the pain helps you survive. Del Rio, you're making me cry. Sometimes it don't rain enough to settle the dust, but that West Texas rainbow still reminds me of us. Do you remember the day our love almost died? You're making me cry. You're making me cry. It was a dark, stormy night, and the rain beat on the tin roof. A dark, stormy night, and the rain beat on the tin roof. We were telling scary stories, and the hang was on the loose. It was cold outside. We moved closer to the fire. The wind was howling outside. We moved closer to the fire. And I heard somebody whisper, gonna be a real scary night. There were one about the monkey paw and rawhide bloody bones. And someone had the nerve to tell about the old hag in the swamp. Oh, a dark, stormy night, and the rain beat on the tin roof. Telling scary stories, and the hang was on the loose. At the door.
Began that piece with the obvious voices of the fantastic Michael McDonald with Willie Nelson and David Hidalgo on guitar, Dreams of the San Joaquin, which just came out a few days ago. I thought I'd run straight into that with a couple of tracks off the brand new Tony Joe White album, Smoke from the Chimney, which I've played a few tracks from in the last few weeks, but the full album is now out as of yesterday. So it made sense to run into Del Rio, You're Making Me Cry, and Scary Stories. Very, very uniquely original Tony Joe White. I've been a huge fan of his forever. We lost him 3 or 4 years ago to a heart attack. That album was in progress when he died and has been finished by his son. So I'm glad. And the good news is we're going to do a couple more and head into the soul side that we began with as we kicked off the beginning of this first hour with Teddy Swims. We're going to get back to some soul with a terrific guest, Mr. Clarence Spady. What a voice he has.
Ain't no time for education. Too much corn in the field. Ain't got time to go to school, y'all. We got too much work around here. Never had time for playing. Never had to have no fun. Too much cotton need hoeing, and that's too much plowing to be done. It was hard, but it was fair. But we was always out there, out in the red hot sun, 'cause the work was never done. out in the heat of the day. Me and my brothers, we was praying for rain, 'cause we still gotta haul that hay. It was hard, but it was fair. We was always out there, out in the red hot sun, for all the work was never done. Oh, sharecropper son, it was oozes, 'cause the work was never done. It was oozes, oh, sharecropper son, oh, sharecropper son. Strange things circulating around. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to go when you're going down. All you people, you got your problems. That ain't nothing new. Tell your patience and understanding.